Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. Yes, I'm smiling because we are almost at the end of another week. And you know what? If you're looking at me, then I made it to another day. All right. And I appreciate that. All right. No matter the trials and tribulations I go through, I know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I live in that vibe. That's it and that's all. But I'm going to start y'all out with the positive vibes of the day because I believe that it's going to be a good day. All right. And so let me just play that for you guys to remind you that it's going to be a what?
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be.
Hey.
Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's going to be a good day.
Yeah. Set your affirmations, aspirations.
I got shit to
The
do.
aftermath of preparation.
Good food, good mood.
Blood in circulation.
One step at a time.
Yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration.
And if I make a mistake,
it's called education.
I try to do this every day.
Call it replication.
Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Hillbilly.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be
I finished my coffee, y'all, because it's late.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though.
Ups and downs.
Just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high.
Other times I'm barely breathing, y'all.
You always gotta fight night.
From the demons, y'all.
Negative thoughts are poison the ride. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. Don't ever stop unless I can swap.
All the bad from the good.
In my head when I'm lost.
So I'ma fake it till I make it.
Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you
operate a cadence.
A flow, you grow, you show yourself.
The foundation.
Stay away from all the shit that causes
temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I live my life in my head. Don't expect greatness through my best man, I take it.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a
good day. Wake up.
That's true, Hillbilly, and she is.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, y'all. Hey, happy Thursday. Yes, I know you're really here, Angel. You know, a lot of folks are really here, but not here during the live because one, my timing has been inconsistent. And those that get the notification and it's free at the time that I go live, they jump on. But believe you me, there's a lot of people who don't come on in the morning that ping me on the sideline that tell me that they watch the show and they chime in on their opinion of what I said. And I love that because that's why I keep the show out there. That's why it's YouTube, right? Because everybody can't always join in the morning. And because I've been very inconsistent lately, people have to catch me when they catch me. That's just how life is, right? But we are flexible people, right? We know that life and changes happen. But I'm still here, y'all. Just like I know y'all are still there. Happy Thursday. All right. I'm happy today because yesterday, I had a workshop that I had to do at my job. It was a half a day workshop. And I have been organizing this workshop for about 2 months. And my boss was stressing me because he was like, make sure people come. The vendor is providing lunch. Make sure, people commit to showing up. And he was stressing me. Well, lo and behold, y'all, everyone that I invited showed up. I had 20 people in the boardroom with me. Okay, between the vendor and the associates that I work with at the company. And on the phone, I had about 30 plus people, right? So altogether, I had about 50 something people attend my call. And it was so successful, y'all. The vendor came in, they provided breakfast, they provided lunch. We had great conversation. We had a great workshop, great demo. And my boss said, thank you. Right. And there's very few times I know y'all are like, oh my gosh, she's excited because her boss said thank you. But in the industry that I work in, heavily male dominated industry, it's very hard, to hear thank you. Okay. You know, and he said, thank you. And this is about his second or third time saying this to me. And so I said to myself, oh my God, I be stressing, y'all. I really do be stressing at work because my job responsibilities have expanded. I'm taking on new shit, things that I'm not familiar with, things that I'm trying to keep abreast on. Good morning, Valerie. And my old ass brain is still trying to figure out, I still got to learn shit. But baby, it was a successful meeting yesterday. And I was so tired after the meeting because I actually got into the office at 7 a.m. So I was up yesterday at 4:30 a.m., caught the 6 o'clock bus, took the bus to work, and I was at work at 7 a.m. and my meeting activity started at 8. And so accomplished, right? And so I'll be so happy when I pull something off. I do. And I just want to pat myself on the back real quick because you gotta celebrate yourself at times. You do. And so I'm happy for me. Thank you. Good morning. So I know I wasn't on yesterday, but yesterday's positive read was so inspirational. I want to read yesterday's read and I'll read today's read, right? Yesterday's read was based on failure, right? It says, and the reason why I want to read this message is because it's so ironic that this message was for yesterday, and yesterday was the day that I had my workshop, right? And when I say I was stressed because, the level, the title structure that was in my workshop is VPs and above. Some were application leads, but it's really high level. And so I wanted to make sure that I made an impression. And yesterday's message was about failure. Good morning, Fancy. Right, Hillbilly? Right? Yesterday's message was about fear of failure leads to failure. And that's one of the things that stops a lot of people from moving forward. A lot of people live in fear. And I've said on this show a million times that I do a lot of shit through fear. I operate through fear a lot, right? Good morning, mother. I operate through fear a lot. And so yesterday's message was so deep for me that I had to share it with you because it's just a reminder to me to keep navigating through my life no matter how afraid I am. Because based on my experiences, even though I've been afraid to navigate through my life, baby, the higher spirit has been carrying me through and has been shining on me. And I have navigated through every obstacle thrown my way. So how can I stop navigating through fear? So let me get into what the positive read said yesterday about fear. Okay. And I try to tell, and I know, again, I'm working on myself. So I try not to give people advice anymore. I try not to speak on things that I might have an opinion on unless they ask me, because I'm realizing a couple of things about the people in my life, right? I give people in my life advice and they brush it off. They don't listen to me. They be like, whatever you say, whatever you say. Somebody else give them the same advice and they listen. That's how it is. I don't know if people are irritated because I know something or I'm giving an opinion based on my experiences. I've been through a lot of shit. I'm not saying I know everything, right? But I'm protecting my peace and I'm not saying shit unless people ask me now. I just be minding my business. I'm trying. Every now and again, I'll open my mouth and say something. And then in my head, I'll be like, why the fuck did you say anything? Right? So when I witness people talking about they don't want to do this because they scared or they don't want to do this because they scared, I don't even say nothing. I'll be like this. I'm not saying anything anymore. All right, but I'm going to read you what the positive read said. I'm going to read you what Ayan Lavanzant said in the book Until Today. This was yesterday's read. Then I'm going to go into tomorrow's read. But I got to read yesterday's read. All right. I am faith-filled and fear-free because I am aware that the fear of failure leads to failure. Good morning, Pat. The fear of failure leads to failure. What does that mean to y'all? What does that mean to y'all? Let me get my fan, y'all. The fear of failure leads to failure. Shit. I hide, y'all. I hide. What does that mean to y'all? The fear of failure. Let me put it up here. What does this mean to y'all? Hillbilly said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay. What else does it mean? That's a good one, Hillbilly. What else? Fear is the mind killer. Pat said it means that we get what we focus on. Anybody else want to chime in? Fancy, what does this mean? The fear of failure leads to failure. What does that mean, Mother? What does it mean to y'all? I want y'all to really think about what this means to you personally. I'm going to share what it means to me. The fear of failure leads to failure. What does that mean to y'all? Fancy and Mother. Who else is on here? Hillbilly Pat answered. Did Valerie answer? No. The fear of failure leads to failure. Fancy said being afraid to fail stops movement. Come on, Fancy. What else, y'all? What else? Anybody else? I need everybody to answer this question, right? Because when you answer this question, hopefully it penetrates and you self-reflect on what this means for your life. The fear of failure leads to failure. Fear equals adrenaline. Adrenaline reduces IQ. Pat said also fear is a lack of faith. Angel says sometimes fear causes paralysis. Yes, Angel, that's right. Give me your answer. Valerie, I need your answer. The fear of failure leads to failure. What does that mean? Okay, that's good, Angel. That's good. So the fear of failure to me, my answer is similar to Fancy's, right? Not everybody's answer was on point, right? Because I'm not the scholar here, but all those answers seem on point to me. But the fear of failure to me, also, I should say, Mother said being afraid to do something you may fail at. Yes, Mother, yes. All right. The fear of failure to me is wanting to do something, right? And talking yourself out of it because you're afraid, right? That you're going to fail, so you don't do it. So what does that mean? You automatically failed because you were so afraid to try because you convinced yourself that you might fail. So you didn't progress in this. You know, this reminds me of when my coworker slash associate asked me to run the half marathon with her. And the first thing I said to her was, oh my God, I can't run the half marathon. There is no way I'm going to make it to the finish line. I don't think my body can take it. And she said, I'm telling you, you could do it, Robin. Run this half marathon with me. And I said, okay, I'm going to try my best, Brenda. I'm going to try my best. She printed out a 6-week or 8-week training program for me, right? Where I had to follow this training routine. And me being the person that I am, my work ethic, everything about me, if I commit to something, I'm going to do my best to execute on that thing that I committed to. And so once I committed to it, I was fucking scared, y'all. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? I get outside, I'm following the training instructions, I'm running, I'm doing according to the training instructions, and we get to the day of the marathon. And I get to the marathon in the city, we register, we get our number and all kinds of shit. And my heart is racing, right? And I'm saying to myself, baby, look at all these motherfuckers. Am I gonna make it? I remember that day. I ran my little heart out. All while I was running, I kept telling myself, you can do this, right? Get out of your head. You can do this. And I'm running this half marathon in Jersey City, and I'm looking around. And when I got to about my 10th mile, I was fucking exhausted. I felt defeated. I started running like a fast walk. And I knew based on the time, I was like, damn it, I'm late, but I still see people running on the road. I don't see anybody that I started running out with. My girlfriend was nowhere around because her speed was faster than mine. And when we started out running together, I was trying to keep up with her pace, which was affecting me. So she left me so that I wouldn't be forced to keep up with her pace. Her and my circle fuck ex-ho finished the race in 3 hours. I finished the race in 4. It took me a long time. But the key thing here is I finished, and I wasn't the last one to come in on the finish line. And when I finished that race, no matter how sore I was, how defeated I felt, how winded I felt, it was an empowerment that came over me that said to me, damn it, Raw, you ran this marathon. You trained for 8 weeks to prepare for something you were so afraid to do. You did not think you were going to be able to finish this race. And guess what? I finished it. I finished that race, right? And although I came in 4 hours and my friends was waiting for me on the sideline, I didn't care that I didn't come in on their time. All I cared about was the fact that I accomplished something that I was afraid to do, right? And that's powerful, right? When I started Coffee with Friends and I jumped on live and I was like, hey, y'all, hey, I didn't know what was going to come about. When this thing started to evolve, I was afraid. I was like, I want to get on social media and people get on my nerve and start attacking me and shit like that. I did it being afraid, right? And here I stand 4 years later, or maybe 5. Am I going into my 5th year? When did I start this? 2020. So yeah, I'm going into my 5th year because I started during COVID. So I'm going into my 5th year with Coffee with Friends, and I'm still here, y'all, doing it through fear. Okay, not knowing who's going to support me, how this is going to work out. When I plan my trips and activities, I be afraid, y'all, right? Because I'm putting out the money for these things, just like y'all are putting out the money for these things. And it's scary, but I still do it. So failure to me is not executing on the things that you want to do because you are afraid. You will never know if you are going to succeed in that thing because you talked yourself out of it because of your fears, which leads to failure automatically. Yes, Pat, there's no greater fear than the fear of fear itself. Fear is scary, okay? And I operated a lot of my life being afraid, right? And so this is probably why my friends and my family members, they get irritated with me when they start talking about their down moments and they start living in this dread, because the first thing I do is go, well, focus on the things that you have, right? And then think about how you got all the things that you have and use that same energy to navigate to get the things that you want, even though you're afraid. I did 13.5 miles, Valerie. I did the half marathon. What is the half marathon? 13.3 miles. That's what I did. But when I got to my 10th mile, my body started to shut down. So the last 3+ miles, I was suffering. But I made it to the finish line, and it helped me because there was people on the sideline that was cheering us on, and that gave me the adrenaline to carry me through. So I did 13.3 miles. That's the half marathon. Hillbilly said failure is not trying. That's right. All right, so let's get into this. What do you do when you have done everything that you know how to do and you are still not moving in the desired direction? How do you stay convinced that you are doing exactly what you need to do in the way you need to do it? The short answer is you don't. Keep moving when the movement is not taking you anywhere. You have hit a wall, and when that happens, you must not claw at it. You must back up, take a look around, let go of your needs and desires, and surrender. When you hit a wall, there's no reason to give up. We are not talking about that at all. However, when you hit a wall, you must acknowledge that there is something you cannot see or do not know about that is standing in your way. Fear creates walls. Fear creates walls. Okay? Faith will tear down the walls of fear. If you are struggling to get something done and it's not getting done, you could very well be in the way. It could be that your fear is not getting it done and is keeping it from being done. Your frustrations about how to get it done will not allow it to be done. Your anxiety about when it will get done or if it can be done are probably blocking the path to getting it done. When you hit a wall, don't attack it. Back up in order to see what it is, right? Take a breath. Back up, take a pause, and figure out why this thing is blocking you and how can you get around it, right? But instead, people like me, my anxieties get triggered, my fear gets triggered. I start throwing all obstacles in my way in front of that wall that I slammed into, and it makes things worse. Instead, this is saying, back up, get the fuck out your own way and rethink this. Hitting a wall could mean that the Holy Spirit of life wants to show you something, give you something, or do something for you that it cannot do because you are in the way. Specifically to me, the higher spirit told me to sit the fuck down this summer, right? I hit a brick wall. And I said, damn it, I need to back up. I need to sit down. I need to slow down, but I will not stop. Okay? Until today, you may have believed it was a noble or necessary to keep advancing your plans, even after you hit a wall. Just for today, do not advance against any wall, human or otherwise. Back up, let go, surrender. Listen for your new and improved matching orders. Yes, Lord, I am listening. Okay? I have sat still the whole summer, didn't do shit. I'm sitting here waiting and listening and praying for this wall to come down. And I know it will. Okay? Today I am devoted to getting clear about any and all walls in my life. Right? Walls may feel bad, but they also a good thing, I believe, right? Sometimes we got to slow down. We got to stop. Because sometimes we're moving so fast that sometimes that wall gets thrown up there to make us pause, make us rethink, make us recalibrate. That's where I am in my life. Thank you, Val. And look at that, Hillbilly. One more fucking year. That's what I'm talking about, Hillbilly. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. So when you think about your life today, right? What are some of the things that you want to do or that you're in the middle of doing and you are fearful of? And how does that fear impact your movement? How does that fear impact your movement? Before I go on to read today's positive read, because that was yesterday's, but I needed it because, I felt like I was hitting all kinds of walls. And yesterday, when I had that workshop, I had to be proud of myself because I was scared as hell. Even the receptionist, she helped me with the boardroom, getting the boardroom. She helped make sure that the food, was delivered properly. And she said to me, she kept saying to me, "You got this. You got this." And I was like, I hope so. Right? But I kept navigating through it and it executed perfectly. I worked this whole year under stress in my job. Many a times I thought my boss was like disappointed in me. Right? Sometimes we are our worst enemy. We get in our mind, but my work ethic is so my work ethic is so carved out that when I don't feel like I'm working up to par, what's that noise out there? When I feel like I'm not working up to par, I doubt myself. And I'm surprised that my boss this year has communicated that he's been very happy with my work, and it shows up in my review and it showed up in my compensation, and I was shocked. So sometimes, the confidence levels within ourselves because of fear gets impacted, right? And sometimes we're doing way better than we think we are when we're navigating through life, right? It's amazing. But I'm going to get into today's positive read. I had to read yesterday's. Today's positive read is about God always delivers what he says he's going to deliver. And I believe that to be true. Even in my darkest hours, I believe that to be true. It says, "I am faith-filled and fear-free because God always delivers what God has promised to deliver." Psalm 138 in the scriptures of the Holy Bible reminds us that God promises are backed up by the honor of God's name. This means God has your back. This means that God is with you and for you. It also means that you can depend on God. It can be very reassuring to know that there is someone everywhere who you can rely on. Still, hearing the words may not be enough. You must understand what they mean. When you understand exactly what it means that God is the creator of all, is standing with you, for you, and behind you, a new realm of possibilities and opportunities open up for you and before you. When you understand that God has promised to do, God will do, it takes a load off your shoulders. God has promised us many things. The most important of all being, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Boy, what a relief. Until today, you may have forgotten, or perhaps you were not aware of all the promises your creator has made to you. But just for today, take a moment to remember and reflect on the good things that God has promised to do for you and in your life. Today, I'm devoted to remembering the things that God has promised me. I'm not a religious person at all. And if you come at me with religion, I'll probably cuss you out. But I do believe there's a higher spirit, and I do pray. I don't believe in everything in the Bible, but I do believe in some of the biblical stuff. And so I'm just not religious. I don't know if that made any sense to y'all, but I'm just not religious. I feel like religion tries to have a control over people. And that's just not my thing. It used to be my thing, but even when it was my thing, I was hard-headed. I don't listen. I don't follow all the rules. I don't. I want to have my own relationship with God, and that's it. Right? And so I am not a religious person, and I do beg people that are around me, do not push your religion on me. That is between you and God. That has nothing to do with me. I mind my business. Okay. And so with that being said, I do believe that God pulls me through my darkest hours. I do believe there's a higher spirit that watches over me. Okay. And I have a healthy respect for that higher spirit, and I'm grateful. but I am not religious. Okay. I strive for contentment. As financial burdens subside, I can concentrate on more fulfilling things. My stress in life is reducing. I'll just get the opportunity to have more experiences. I love that for you, Hillbilly. I can't say the same because I am my own problem financially. I be having these big hopes and dreams and I'm not obedient enough to sit the fuck down. And that's why I believe that God sat me down this summer because, God be like, no, you keep moving and you got all these plans and you just keep moving and spending and moving and spending. You need to sit down. You got big things coming that need your money. And I finally had to listen because I got to a point where, shit, I had to prioritize, right? And so I sat down this summer. But baby, I gave the summer. I did. I'm about to show my ass. I gave the summer, right? I gave the summer. I'm going to put aside, I'm still gathering the money for my case that is taking forever, but that's still being worked on and put aside to hold, okay, in case my case does end up in court and I do have to pay this man $20,000, right? Because they still fucking around. So I stopped all donations and everything and I just got the money sitting. I'm still building on it, right? And so I have to be prepared for that. So I had to make that priority. But baby, January, I'm going to Jamaica. That's my birthday trip, right? And even though I have fears about coming up with this money and doing what I need to do for my life, I'm not going to let these fears stop me. Oh, hold on one second, y'all. Hello? Hey, mama. How you doing? Not much. I want to put these little lock sprinkles in my hair, and I did like 2 or 5 of them. I can't see the hole to get through the bead. Yeah. But I don't know how to book that on your site. So I wanted to call you and see if you could do it for me. I just need it on a couple of braids. I'll pay. A couple of the locks. But I can't see it myself. And because you do my hair, I'd rather you do it so that when you have to wash my hair, you know they there. You tell me. You tell me when you got time. I got the needle, I got the thread, I got the beads. Yeah, what time? Yeah, just put me down. I'll make it work. All right. I'll make it work. How much you gonna charge me so I can come with the cash? All right. All right, fine. I'll see you tomorrow then. Yeah. All right, later. All right, bye. Sorry, y'all. Listen, I told y'all, I put these little lock sprinkles in my hair. You see these 2 over here? There's a gold one here and then there's a little white one here. And then I have these. You can't see these really because it's mixing in with my gray. I sold 3 in here. 1, 2, 3. But I can't see y'all. And so I had to call my loctician to see if she can sew in my lock sprinkles on a couple of my locks because I like jewelry. I like hair jewelry. I like little dingly things. And so she said she can do it for me. So all I got to do is run over there tomorrow with my little beads and shit. And she's going to put them in my hair. Okay. I'm blackety black. Even when I go to work, they're going to see all these little lock sprinkles in my hair. This one is a damn shame because the gray hair is blending in with my lock sprinkles. So you can't see that. So I'm going to have her add a gold one and a white one here so that it could pop out a little bit. But yeah, I know. My locks are not even mature yet, y'all, but I'm doing this shit anyway, right? Now, I've been locked 11 months. Next month is my year anniversary, and my locks are still not mature. Some of them are close to maturity, but a lot of them are nowhere near. Like these in the front, I can still squeeze them. They're still in budding stage. So I can't put any lock crystals on the ones that are soft, any sprinkles on the ones that are soft. I can only do it on the ones that have a solid feel. Exactly, Pat. I would say that that's me too. I'm not religious. I used to be. I tried to be, but they got on my nerves and I got on their nerves, and so it just doesn't work. And so I can't. And I've even decided that I'm not dating anybody religious. I'm not gonna fucking do it, because people that are religious, at first they say, you know, they cool with what you believe in and stuff, and then when you get into the relationship with them, they want to Allah you to death. I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that, because no, I'm just not gonna do it. Okay. And so I've decided I'm not dating anybody religious. I need somebody. I would date somebody as long as they believe in some shit, like something spiritual, a higher, you know, a higher spirit. They're spiritual. But that religious shit is not for me. I'm not judging. It just isn't for me. I feel like religion is another construct that controls people, a population of people. And, you know, it puts these rules on life that are sometimes ridiculous, right? I mean, we are no longer living in biblical times, but some of us are still holding on to these biblical stories. I am not Mary, and I am not Ruth. I am none of these people. We don't have farmland with animals, okay? We don't live off the land like this anymore. My man is not a sheep herder, all right? And so for me, religion, they try to hold on to a way of life that just isn't here anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But happy Thursday, y'all. I know I came on late. Anything y'all want to talk about before I move to closing my show? Because I got to go to work, y'all. It is 10:37. And I got to go to work, and I sat here and made a hair appointment to get my sprinkles put in my hair tomorrow at 11:30. And so I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see what they're gonna look like. I gotta figure out which ones I want them on. I know I'm gonna put one on these because they're nice and thick and juicy. So I definitely want some back there. We'll see. But with that, y'all, I'm gonna move to closing my show. If there's nothing else, all right, I done gave y'all the message from yesterday, gave y'all the message from today, shared a couple of things with y'all. You heard me make a hair appointment for tomorrow to get my lock sprinkles in. And so that's it, and that's all. Clad 1B, don't know what it is. You will within a week. What? Clad 1B, don't know what it is. You will within a week. Is it dangerous? Is it dangerous? What the hell is that? I don't know what that is, but I guess I'll know within a week. We all will. All right. And with that, y'all, I'm heading out. But peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. I will be here tomorrow. I promise. Freestyle Friday. It's the new Mpox. Like chicken pox, monkey pox. You talking about monkey pox? Don't start no shit. Don't tell me there's a new fucking virus out here. Please don't. I'm not in the mood. I am not in the mood. New monkeypox? Come on now. Y'all see what happened to the... Wait, I know I said I was leaving, but y'all see what happened to the boy's head lunch meat? There's listeria in it. They pulled boy's head. Well, they said they pulled boy's head off the... They recalled boy's head because they had listeria. And the funny shit is the grocery stores are still selling boy's head lunch meat. So I was like, I'm not buying it. My mother and her friend bought some last week, And my mother's friend got sick and went to the doctor and found out she had listeria. And so my mother threw her meat out. And I was like, Ma, take it back to the store. She was like, I only spent $3 and change. But not only is the boy's head contaminated with listeria, but there was an article circulating around that said the milk silk. Y'all know that milk silk, and my mother drinks that milk. They had 3 people that died from listeria from the product silk. That's allegedly what the story was floating around in the media. Okay. And so I don't know. I didn't hear it on the news, but I don't really watch the news like that. But be careful out here, because I don't know what's happening with our food. I don't know what's happening in these factories. I don't know how the food is getting contaminated. But be careful with this food, y'all. All right. And make sure y'all are cooking y'all shit. I mean, at this point, throw your lunch meat in a frying pan. Oh. Hillbilly. That just fucking made my stomach hurt. That just fucking made my stomach hurt. Be careful, y'all, because our food is in trouble. And a lot of times, you know, we complain about our stomach hurt and doctors can't figure out why our stomach hurt. Like, I have a lot of digestive issues. My stomach hurt all the time. I know, TMI. It's just crazy. My stomach hurt. I mean, it hurt. Like, I literally, this is why I always lived in apartments. Not always, but a majority of my years as an adult, I lived in apartments with 2 bathrooms, because my stomach. Right, Pat? The food is now designed to kill us or make us sick. This is crazy. Right, Pat? And I'm a meat eater. Going to the bathroom in the fields is rampant. Damn. So they pissing on our food? Damn. Thank you, Hillbilly. But I don't know. Right. And then everybody's getting COVID again. The people on my job getting COVID. One guy was out for 3 weeks. My boss has been sick. I'm like, He came into the office yesterday and I was like, I don't want to be sick. Everybody getting sick now. My son is going on a cruise September 3rd. So I'm gonna do all the Hail Marys for him, because a lot of people come off the cruises with COVID. Baby, it's rough out here. Okay. But even though it's rough, I'm glad I'm here. Shit, I'm glad I woke up this morning. So with that, I'm going to send y'all off with some positive vibes, because you know what I say. Move with peace and love. All right. And always remember to operate through your fears, because not operating leads to failure. All right. That's it. And that's all. And I'm going to send you out with the positive vibes, because I always say, well, the song always says, even when you feel
low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And I fucking don't. All right? This is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Have a great Thursday. Move for peace and love, and get this message on your way out. Okay, Pat. Yes, cruise on September 23rd. Get it. My son is leaving from New York as well. Hey. Huh? What? Hey. Huh?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran, said no, man, I still go.
Hey, I'm out, y'all. Peace and blessings.